Hello everybody, Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. Got a video I'm going to make today. I think you're going to find real interesting. As you can tell, I'm in my attic. Okay, a couple days ago I made a video and I asked the question, how are they getting into the attic? And I went through and I showed you and I explained that with 100% proof that people are getting in the attic. And I know that for a fact. I saw a person in my attic. I've documented 50 other homeowners reporting people in the attic, dozen addresses here in Midland, another dozen in Odessa. You know, they shot me while I was, while burglar alarms going off the attic. I probably made 100 videos of motion detectors going off here in the attic. I made, they've gone off with people in my house. There's so much evidence, it's to the point of absurdity. It literally, it is. So there's absolutely no doubt somebody's getting in the attic. Then the question is, well, how they're getting up there, and that was what that video was about. Well, I sealed off the attic entrance doors up. There's two of them, and actually locked them where you couldn't get in. I knew nobody was coming in from the doors. And then I had the roof inspectors over here twice. Had Charles Terry was in my attic. He's a contractor here. Had put my roof on one time, and we're looking, trying to see if there was a trap door on the roof side. I now know that wasn't happening. Since then, like, the whole roof's been covered with snow, and they would leave tracks if they were coming in from the top or whatever. So we know they're not coming in from the doors, and we know they're not coming in from the top, but we know they're coming up here. The only other place is up a wall. I mean, that's all there is to it. That's it. They're coming up a wall that's modified with crawl space from a tunnel under the house. And I believe that is happening in all them other homes that are rigged too. And what that allows them to do is enter the home and leave the home as many times as they want without being seen. Okay. Once you get up here, as you can tell, there's a lot of room up here. I can stand up. I mean, literally stand up. I'm sitting on top of my HVAC system, and what they do is they broke apart these pipes or whatever for heating and cooling. Because if you're up here in the summertime or in the cold of the winter, then it's not a real good place to be. The other thing is, lights. I don't even know how many videos I made with them, turning lights on here in the attic. And, because it's dark otherwise, if not. So they're still in electricity from me. They're still in heating and cooling. Of course, they're still in shelter. They're threatening my life, of course. They shot me, cut my phone lines and shot me by surprise. That, right from that point, we know these are dangerous, extremely dangerous criminals. That actually puts them on the level of Charles Manson. That's what Manson and his gang did to Sharon Tate's house. They cut the phone lines and they killed 5 people there. And when they tried to murder me in my home, they cut my phone lines, and that's a fact, And so, anyways, I went all through the house showing you, well, there's only so many places so many walls that there's enough crawl space, because a person can't come up a normal wall because there isn't enough space for them. Okay, so we looked at the fireplace, might be a possibility. There might be a couple other places, drill holes in the wall, measure the depth. You can find them. As I said, I ended that video. I says, well, why haven't you done that? I said, the reason is because the last time I tried to stop them, they cut my phone lines and shot me. And that's when we found out that there was 11 police involved. They were under my house. Police were under my home, on the night that somebody under my home shot me by surprise in a premeditated capital attempted murder. Absolute proof, police under my home. That's why. And, I did a Facebook post today. I thought it was interesting. It's like, I was asking the question, do you think that the police and the press are intentionally on purpose covering up these burglaries, thefts, and murders related to the people in the attic crimes? The answer is absolutely yes. And then I shared the video of all the police scanner calls of all the, different homeowners reporting people in the attic, and, it's just so many, it gets people's attention. It's like, wow, this is going on. Yeah, it is going on, and, but, if I called the police, would they do anything about it? No, they ain't going to. Would all these other people call the police? No, and there's no pressure on them because the press is covering up the crimes and from the public. And as I said, we're not just talking burglary, right? It's not innocent crimes right here. We're talking about cold-blooded, premeditated murder. That's what they tried to kill me. I'm crippled for life. They've broken this home thousands of times. Felonies of burglary, felonies of theft of services. They're probably, taking pictures of naked children in these houses, I assume. And this video, what I want to show you in the attic, though, is certain things that I found was what I believe was reconstruction or whatever, would possibly due to rigging this home with this hidden access. And that's what I'm going to show you right here. So we're going to go around and I'm going to point out different things in the attic here that I found that's like, hey, this didn't happen when the house was built. So this happened after the house was built. And I got a feeling might have happened with the rigging of this home. Maybe there's a false ceiling up here, you know what I mean? And they got a trap door or something, you know? I mean, I don't know, but what I know is, we need legitimate law enforcement to stop these criminals, not the kind of, police that sneak in their homes and help, that lie on police reports and tamper with evidence and cover up premeditated capital attempted murders to make their friends rich, because that's the problem I've been up against. So here I'm going to show you this. You're going to find this interesting. Okay, the first thing I want to show you right there, what we're looking at is that the attic entrance door, and that drops down into the closet, to the hallway closet right there. And so, of course, right here, I'm actually sitting on the HVAC system, which is right above the hallway, okay? And so I'm just going to pan around here. What right there is on the east side of the home. That right there is the skylight that goes into the bathroom, to the guest bathroom. That's where the burglar was trapped, okay? And so there we're looking at the east wall here on this side. See these lights right here, these motion security lights, and they're not on right now, and which is interesting. I don't know if they're burnout or if they're turned off by the burglars, but that, there's these lights that come on there that I make all these videos about. It's either these lights or it's this light right here, and this light is of course controlled with the switch, so it's possible they're turning this light on. But anyway, that's the one over the TV. Come on, I made lots of videos about that, and so we're just going around. Now I'm coming around here, and now I'm looking at the north side of the home, and I want you to see the vent pipe. See where that duct tape's on there? That me and the ex-wife, we fixed this. And there's several places I'm gonna show you where we had to fix it, where it had been broken apart. Where they're basically cooling the attic off using my HVAC system. Costs a fortune, especially in the summertime. The air conditioner runs nonstop. Okay, and then here I'm coming out here, pan over, and then I'm coming over here, and now we're really looking at top of the living room on this area. It's got that slant on it. And then there, if you can see it, that's where the fireplace comes up. And that's what I was talking about. And where it's wide at the bottom, narrow at the top. And then really the smoke goes up through a pipe in the middle of it, and it's off to one side. So that's a real possible. And, I've even wondered if there isn't a way to go from there up into above this roof. There's a false ceiling up here, and that would hide it. I don't know that, but I want to point out one thing. You see this bracket that's holding up the roof right in front of the concrete of the fireplace? When I first moved in here right before I moved here with the home inspector Perkins Brazier, we found that bracket right there that was holding that section up laying down. Somebody had taken it down, okay? It didn't fall down by itself, and notice it's new wood, okay? So that wood's been replaced because that, like I said, that had been taken down, and possibly that has to do with the rigging of this home, with the hidden access, okay? And then moving on around here, that goes all the way to the other side of the house. We're not going to crawl over there or anything right here. And I got to be real careful, that I don't fall and hurt myself. And, attic's a dangerous place to be, even if you're healthy, And so I'm panning around it, and I just want to show you, I can stand up, and I'm almost 6 foot tall right here, and so I'm gonna show you a few things here that I found that besides that wood over there. I was going to tell you that. I'm gonna show you something else. Hold on. Okay, we're looking here at the HVAC system. That's the unit for the air conditioning and heating. And what I want to show you here on the end, you see where the insulation is wrapped around there? Well, that insulation there I've seen it taken off. Me and the ex-wife put it on, okay, and wrapped it up with wire and all that, and then it was taken off again, you know. And underneath that is where the HVAC filter is. That's where I found that Lego toy that time that was dropped, and I suspected they were pulling that off right here, the insulation off, and then possibly I even wondered if they were dropping in. I'm not sure that was happening now, but that's where I found the Lego toy there. And then also this piece of wood right here, when I first moved in here, when you'd step on that, it would bend down. It wasn't solid, and the burglars fixed it. I didn't fix that, they did. Okay, where I'm facing towards the north wall above my bedroom, and that's what I've called the sleeping area over there. I've heard plenty of noise on this side right here, against right here above that, and I could never, and you can't get into there, into this section right here. Of course, this has a raised ceiling in this bedroom. But what I want to show you here, I want to point out, is where I've got that flashlight pointing at that piece of wire right there. We're going to zoom in there. Okay. Do you see where that wire is smashed between that board and the ceiling? That is not code. It's not normal. It was done after the fact. Okay, it would have never been done when the home was built. Okay, and that's a new, notice that wood is new. It's a different age than the rest of the wood all around it. Okay, and that's the area that like I said, I called the sleeping area or whatever. It's where I've heard so much noise, is in that section over there. It's like a hidden space back in there where that new wood is, and where that Romex is smashed up against the ceiling right there. I'm going to zoom that out right there and show you. So, you know, that section right there is something to do with the rigging of this home for sure. Also, if y'all seen the video of when the roof was covered with snow and there's a hot spot on the roof where it melted, that's in this area right here. It's in that same area right there. And what I believe is they had a space heater in there to keep them warm, and that space heater is what melted the snow on the roof. Okay, and so I wanted to show you that. Not normal. All right, I'm going to show you something there. Now, I'm not a contractor, never built a home in my life, but there's just some weird things I saw here, and I wondered if it wasn't connected to, you know, the rigging of this home. You see these boards here, and I don't know what they're called, you know, joist or whatever they're called, the big long boards that for the roof supports that go off, but it didn't meet the middle board. They cut off a little section and had to fill it in. Okay, I'm going to show you here and see the difference of the age of the wood there, you know, like they've raised, like they've, you know, lengthened. See how the difference in the age of them two pieces of wood are right there to touch it. And it's not just that one, it's this one and all the way down. Okay, for quite a ways. It's like all these long you know, boards here wasn't cut long enough. And then you see the same thing on the other side here right there. I'll show you right up there. You can see the same thing where they put that extension in there, and they did it on this one and that one, and then here when they get to here, then they get the right size boards. It's like they cut it and redid this, you know, the actual framing of the roof. You know, best I can tell. Like I said, I'm not a contractor, but you know, I can look at two pieces of wood and tell you that one piece of wood's a lot newer than that original wood. You know, and I think that might have been done when they rigged this home. Okay, here, and we're looking at the east side here, and this is interesting because this has the curvature here on the roof where that, you know, skylight and all that is. But what I want to point out here is, see this 2x4 or 2x6? Look how new that is. And at one time that was laid over. I didn't put it up. The burglars put it up. Okay. I mean, that had been repaired, brand new piece of wood. I didn't do it. And also this one has a brand new piece of wood too. This one going vertical, that other 2x6 right there. And then if you look at the plywood on the roof, you can see here the original age here plywood, and all that section in there is new. And I've wondered if there wasn't been some kind of you know, space up there where with a trap door where they could hide. You come up here, they hide, and that gives them where it goes, where it leads back to the hidden entrance, goes down to the tunnel. And there's some other weird things. Just even right here, somebody stuffed that insulation up there in the corner. You know, I've seen that before, where the insulation is stuffed up against, like in the wintertime when it's cold, you'll see them, they'll stuff that insulation around the side, and in the summertime they'll pull it back out where you get breeze through here, you know. And so I just want to show you some of this. Of course, you know, we're waiting on law enforcement. You know, I mean, I don't know how much evidence it takes. How many murders does it take? How many homes have them police been under and people are now dead? You know, how many times have they lied on police reports, tampered with evidence? How much proof do you need? These crimes are going on all over the country. And like I said, these ain't innocent crimes. They're murdering people in their homes, you know. I believe they killed the last guy that lived here and then tried to kill me. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.